Check the new pillow out. I sewed that at like 10 p.m. Hello, what's up, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to another installment of Tea with Brie. I'm your host, T. She's having a stroke. What the fuck? I'm your host, Brie, and let's just get into the questions, shall we?
It's a beautiful day to feel fine.
Okay, so I asked you guys to ask me some questions over on Instagram, and y'all delivered. Before we get started though, I have to mention, if you want your own Tea with Brie mug, you can get one in the link in the description. Had to put in a subtle plug there for a second. It's required by law. A lot of people actually think Tea with Brie is like tea with the cheese Brie, but no, I'm Brie. Sabrina, Brie, it's my nickname. So, the first question that we have here is favorite Ariana album, favorite Taylor Swift song. My favorite Ariana Grande album is by far Sweetener. I love the other albums too, but Sweetener is like the most significant to me. Literally, I have like a giant Sweetener poster that I just don't have up right now because I want to get it framed. It's too fragile, it's too important to just tape to the wall. Funny thing is, I really actually didn't like Sweetener at all when it first came out. My tweets slandering the album are still up, and now it's like my favorite album of all time. So funny how that worked out. And then in terms of favorite Taylor Swift song, that's a really difficult question. I think I'm just gonna give you like 3 of my favorites right now-ish. When any of these 3 Taylor songs come on, they need to be left on repeat. Like, I will listen to them on repeat for hours. Actually, same for Ariana Grande's Position title track. Whenever that comes on, it's getting on repeat. But for Taylor's discography, I think that would be Lover. Love a good romantic song. The Archer. I know there's crack in that song. I just need to repeat it whenever I listen to it. And This Is Me Trying. However, I'm partial to The Last Great American Dynasty as well, because one of my friends said that if she were to describe me as a folklore lyric, it would be, they say she was seen on occasion pacing the rocks, staring out at the midnight sea from The Last Great American Dynasty. Whew, that's a mouthful. So, partial to that one as well. Second question is, what's the deal with that ring you always wear? I'm fully aware it's on the wrong hand. I'm not married or anything. I just find it very annoying wearing rings on the right hand because they keep like bumping into things if you're doing things, and like if you're painting or something, it's super annoying. So wearing it on the left hand. I don't think anyone's ever thought I'm like engaged or married. This is just a little monogram ring with my dad's initial, a G, on there. I got this from my grandma in 2019 out of like nowhere because my dad used to wear this when he was younger. And then when I moved and I found it again, I just started wearing it, and now it's like a fun little connection to my parents, and I just wear it every day. It's super simple. Even though I do wear gold for the rest of my jewelry, I love having a little like something that I wear all the time. So that's the deal with that. This is a huge compounded question. What's your favorite book, museum, drink, and painting? That's covering a lot of ground, but my favorite book is The Truth About the Harry Caber Affair. It used to be Margaret Atwood's The Handmaid's Tale, but it's kind of switched over to The Truth About the Harry Caber Affair. It's like 700 pages, but it feels like 200, so that's good. Favorite museum in London is probably the V&A. Love the V&A. I can spend hours there. I think last time I was there, I spent like 4 hours there as well. And every time I tried to leave, I would see something new out of the corner of my eye and just go back in. You can't escape. It's like there's this curse on here or something. My favorite drink is probably peach iced tea. I really like a good peach iced tea. And then currently I'm also really enjoying the Tesco white grape and blackberry sparkling water. I'm not a sparkling water person at all, but I started drinking this on stream and really enjoying it. So I kept mentioning it, and now it's kind of like a stream meme that everyone will talk about, the white grape and blackberry water. And my favorite painting is The Execution of Lady Jane Grey, which is in the National Gallery. Are there any health benefits to blackberry and white grape sparkling water? The more you talk about it, the sexier you become. Embarrassing childhood story? Not really a childhood story, but I just last week learned that you can press T to talk in Minecraft. I've been playing Minecraft for 8 years and I didn't know that. I thought you just had to type the slash every time and then backspace the slash away. Turns out there's a chat button. How was I supposed to know? That's kind of embarrassing for me, but let's not talk about that too long. If you could live anywhere, where would you live? Probably here in London, but in a scenario where I had like a shit ton of money, I'd probably also get a second place in my hometown of Maastricht, the Netherlands. Chef's kiss, I love it there. And then maybe like a cabin somewhere snowy and like foresty, like Denmark or Norway. Really love that. Have you ever had a nickname? If so, what was it? So Brie, Brina, and Sub were popular for a while. Sub ending in a B doesn't really sound like normal in English, but it sounds good in Dutch. So, and then somehow the Discord server went from calling me Salmonella, Sabrinelli, Cybernelli, which doesn't make any sense to me. Are you upset you didn't get to travel this year because of COVID? Not really. I'm not the biggest travel person at all. To be honest, traveling kind of gives me anxiety. Not really anxiety, but just general stress. You may know I'm a celiac. I'm allergic to gluten. So not knowing like where I'm gonna eat and if they even have like gluten-free options kind of just stresses me out in general. And then I also just kind of get restless while on vacation. Like I want to have the option to do things. Like if I want to paint, I want to have painting supplies right there and stuff. After like a week, my like notes are filled with ideas and things I want to do, and I want to go. I don't want to be there no more. And then also the whole anxiety of like losing things while traveling, your luggage getting lost. I don't like airplanes, you know, it's not my favorite thing in the world. Obviously, I do want to see like parts of the world, but it would need to be like waterproofly planned and everything. Who are your celebrity crushes? Okay, I have a list here. Adam Driver, Mark Ruffalo, Chase Stokes, Chance Perdomo, Tom Hiddleston, Matt Zuckery. Love all of those. There's probably more, but this is like off the top of my head. And then for girl crushes right now, Anya Taylor-Joy, Lana Del Rey, Elizabeth Olsen, Samantha Robinson, and Meghan Markle. Love all of them. Is Angelina your real name? It's not my actual last name. Spoiler, I'm a fraud. I'm a fake. Lock me up. However, it is my first middle name. I have 3 middle names, so I had plenty to choose from. But my like Dutch name often gets mispronounced. It's pretty simple. I don't know why, but it always gets slaughtered. So therefore, I've kind of assumed Angelina as like my alias last name, like an artist name, kind of. And my mom also has the same middle name, so once again, kind of connects me to her. What was the last note you made? So as you may know, I'm a hardcore Google Keep user. Everything gets noted into there. There's like thousands of notes in there. So besides the questions for this video, my last note was, why dream when you can do? Very interesting note. I think that's like a root for a poem. I have a lot of these like one-liners that I'll make into a poem eventually. I think that's what's going on here, but who knows? What's your big 3? I'm a Virgo Sun, Gemini Moon, Scorpio Rising, Leo Venus. What is this one piece of hair doing? Huh? Are you okay? Is this sunlight coming out? I thought this was Britain. Please? Stay away. I don't want no temperature changes. That's gonna be really hard to color correct. She turned Scottish there for a second. The longer I speak English for, the more my intonation becomes Scottish, and I don't know why. Any confessions to make? When we were doing a Ouija board in high school, I was pushing it. Story time. So I looked up like details of an actual person. And then I pushed the board in that direction. And so everyone was Googling like the things the board was telling them. And they were like, oh my god, it's real. Yeah, sure, it was real. It was all planned. I think they know it was fake though. But you know, it was a good time. It was a good little fun, honest little prank. I mean, rather that than actually summoning some demons. We do not need to disturb the dead. So yeah, that's my very scandalous confession. It wasn't even a real Ouija board anyway. It was literally just like a paper Ouija board. We did have a salt circle though. And it wasn't in any of our homes. We were semi-smart about it. Now that I think about it, maybe there was 1 or 2 brain cells active there, but not a lot of them. Top 3 movies on your to-watch list. Number 1 is definitely Halsey's If I Can't Have Love, I Want Power. I'm seeing it in cinema. I got my tickets. It was literally a bloodbath. Can we talk about the bloodbath that was? I was struggling. First of all, the site didn't even have the cinemas on there, and we didn't know what cinemas they were going to be in. So literally, even an hour after the tickets went live, the site didn't work. So I had to go on Twitter, find someone else who found the cinema, and then go to the cinema site and get the tickets. It was fighting, and then it gets worse, okay? So I got my ticket. They added an extra date. My friend was like, hey, I want to come to London. So she arranged to come to London, but she wanted to come to the movie as well. So I bought 2 different tickets via Twitter for the later screening. Then I had to resell my old ticket. It was a lot, but I'm going to be there, and that's all that matters. I had to fight to be there, Game of Thrones style. I was in the Hunger Games, District 12, I got reaped, but I'm going to be there, which is all that matters. Then number 2 would probably be Marie Antoinette by Sofia Coppola. It's just been on my list for so long. I see it all over TikTok, so I want to watch it. And then also my third movie is Mona Lisa's Smile, which is actually, funnily enough, the movie that started my need to do the 7 movies in a week challenge. And when I did that challenge, I completely forgot to watch the movie that started the challenge. So now it's still on my watch list, and I'm gonna watch it. Clink clink, bitch. And so that'll be it for this little Q&A session. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, because all of those things will help me out on my YouTube journey. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!